as it pertains to Australia, let's start with the Stake Formula One team, formerly known as Sauber, whatever you want to call them. What are we thinking about as it pertains to Stake Formula One going into this race weekend in Australia?
I think if you're Stake, you just kind of want to see what Gabriel Bortoleto is going to be able to do. It's going to be kind of his chance to, well, like you said, there's going to be 6 rookies on track. We'll be able to talk about all 6 of them as we go through, but Bortoleto is going to be the first one we talk about here. I think you just want to see what you got in him. You kind of already know what you're going to get from Nico Hulkenberg. And if you're Stake, you just kind of want to not be last. I think that kind of summarizes exactly what they want from this weekend.
I think they're a bit inevitable as a last place team, to be completely honest. We talked about it at length in the last episode, but I think the goal for a guy like Gabriel Bortoleto, like you mentioned, is really going to be how close is he to Nico Hulkenberg, a savvy veteran driver.
Or does he, maybe does he out-qualify him even?
Yeah. So, the goal really is being close or even surpassing your teammate at this point, right? The reigning Formula 3 champion last year, now reigning Formula 2 champion. The kid's got pure pace. He's got talent. He's got the credentials to be here. It's just a matter of proving himself, overcoming the car at a certain extent, but proving to Stake, proving to the Audi people behind this project that in Albert Park, he belongs. Right. And that's going to be a pretty common theme throughout the rest of this episode as we talk through things. But Gabriel Bortoleto, that's got to be your goal. Nico Hulkenberg, even if we're in 17th and 18th place, right, be within 2 seconds of him by the end of the race. Like that'd be an insanely awesome goal.
Yeah.
Being close within qualifying, within a couple hundredths of a second. Like those have to be your benchmark goals if you're Gabriel Bortoleto. And honestly, there's going to be a common theme here throughout this entire walkthrough because we have 6 rookies. And you're bringing up some news here too.
Yeah, I wanted to get to this just since we're talking about Stake. The Stake F1 team kicks Sauber, if you will.
That's a name.
They added Jonathan Wheatley as their team principal. That'll be starting April 1st, otherwise known as April Fools.
Yeah,
but it won't be April Fools for Stake fans. It will be Jonathan Wheatley taking over the reins as the team principal there.
Yeah, and Wheatley comes over from Red Bull, has a lot of experience with a lot of success coming from the Red Bull regime. So they're getting a lot of good people behind this project. I think the issue really is how far behind they are with all of these key personnel moves. We're going to see this as a trend over the course of the season, and it's somewhat of a distracting kind of season for this incoming Audi regime. But nonetheless, this is still going to be a very interesting race weekend as a whole.